Several serial killers exhibit abnormalities in the brain, particularly in areas such as the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for impulse control, decision-making, and emotional regulation. Dysfunction in this region can result in poor decision-making and the inability to control aggressive impulses, increasing the likelihood of violent behavior. Additionally, abnormalities in the amygdala, a part of the brain associated with emotional responses, can lead to heightened aggression or a diminished fear response. Aileen Wuornos was diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder and borderline personality disorder, had a history of traumatic brain injuries that may have contributed to her violent behavior. Studies suggest that damage to certain brain areas can impair empathy and emotional control, both of which are important factors in serial killing. Genetic research suggests that certain inherited traits, such as impulsivity and aggression, may predispose individuals to violent behavior. However, genetics alone are not enough to explain serial killing. A combination of genetic predisposition and environmental stressors, such as abuse or social isolation, is often necessary for violent behavior to manifest. Gary Ridgway, also called the Green River Killer, had a brutal family history, and exposure to violence may have contributed to his aggression. Many serial killers exhibit social isolation, which can exacerbate feelings of frustration, anger, and alienation. In some cases, this isolation may lead to a desire for attention or control. Social deprivation can lead to maladaptive coping mechanisms, such as violence, which allows the individual to assert power over others. David Berkowitz, known as Son of Sam, had experienced social isolation during his childhood, and later as an adult, claimed that his loneliness and lack of meaningful relationships contributed to his murderous behavior. His isolation from society created a sense of alienation, and in his case, the killings seemed to provide him with a twisted sense of validation. Portrayal of serial killers in the media often glorifies their actions, providing a form of validation for those seeking recognition or fame. Some serial killers intentionally commit their crimes with the hope of receiving media attention, as the desire for notoriety can serve as a driving force behind their actions. The Zodiac killer's cryptic letters and taunting messages sent to the media indicate a desire for attention and recognition. The killer was highly aware of his media coverage and used it to maintain his mystique and power over the public. Desensitization to violence. Repeated exposure to violence, particularly in media and entertainment, can desensitize individuals to the moral and emotional consequences of murder. While not all individuals exposed to violent content become killers, the normalization of violent behavior can lower the psychological barriers to committing violence, particularly in those already predisposed to aggressive behavior.